Attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everyone, how's it going today? This is Todd Walters, Platinum Coach, Craig Proctor Real Estate Coaching. And this is our monthly Platinum Lead Conversion Call. As you know, on the second Tuesday of every month, we host a lead conversion call for Platinum members and your sales agents, inside sales and outside sales, everybody who's associated with converting leads to appointments. So if that's what you're looking for, you're on the right call today, okay, or webinar. So I've got a few things on the agenda that I want to get through, and then I want to do some role playing. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to get ready to role play. So here's how you do that. Up in the upper right-hand corner of your control panel, there's a questions tab where you can raise your hand. Okay, you can raise your hand and identify yourself as, hey, yeah, Todd, I want to role play through this. To me, the best way to make good use of these calls is to actually role play stuff. So I want to cover 2 or 3 things today in the time that we have together and get into some role playing these things. The first one is referrals. Many of you, members and inside sales and outside sales agents, are following up with prospects on a regular basis. You have good relationships with them. And you're working really diligently and hard to get appointments from your, from the leads that you're getting. And we're going to deal with that on this call. But I also want to remind you of your obligation to try to generate business from the business that you are getting. And what I mean by that is additional business. Okay? You want to be able to leverage the business that you are getting to get more business. And a great way to do that is just be aware of your referral offer. We talk about this in great detail for the Platinum program, and over half of the membership is engaged in a monthly referral marketing system, leveraging a good referral offer in some form or fashion, be it newsletters or some sort of piggyback offer on something else, or when you get face-to-face with appointments. For the first time, and you get that buyer or seller to sign an agreement with you, then you go into your referral offer. So I threw up on the screen here the referral offer that we're currently using in our real estate company. We support a ministry here in town called Must Ministries, and they do a lot of work with broken families and single moms and other people that are just they're really in a bad place right now, financially and otherwise. So we send them money every month. And we like the charity. So this is the offer here. You can see it on the screen. I don't need to go into great detail with it, but the reason I'm putting this up here is for that reason I just said, to get you to remember that, look, you're talking to a lot of leads. You may see an opportunity here with the prospects that you're talking to, clients, past clients, prospects, to be able to leverage the prospect to get other business. All right, I just wanted that to be aware of you, and you will forget about that in your conversations if you do not have a referral offer to make. So get with your team leader. If you are the team leader, get with your team, settle down on what that referral offer is going to be, and look for opportunities to make it. Okay. So look, Craig Proctor and I, we're not real big on going after past clients to get them to remember to come back and do business with us again. But what we are big on doing is going after everybody in such a way so that they will send us additional business and get their testimonials to use, and then in the future when they decide to make a move, they'll refer themselves. Okay, so the purpose of staying in touch with people is to get referrals, to leverage them to get future business, including them referring themselves, which means you need a good referral offer. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense to you. I need to slide my microphone a little bit closer here. All right, excellent. So now that I've kind of got that out of the way and you guys can see that, I'm just going to, kind of read through it here in real time, and this is what it sounds like. Yes, see, Mr. Smith, your referrals give hope to those living with hopelessness. You see, for every house that we sell this year, we're donating a substantial portion of our income to Must Ministries. And we're on a mission to raise $25,000 for Must. Must Ministries is George's servant leader, and they have been for more than 40 years. He Must provides a long list of services to area residents who are struggling. And those services include groceries and hot meals, emergency shelter, supportive housing, clothing, employment services, summer lunch, and a lot more. And all of these services are made possible, though, through generous donors, volunteers, and their dedicated staff. So again, your referrals give hope to those that are living with hopelessness. So who do you know that may be considering making a move that you could refer to my sales team? Not only will they benefit from our award-winning service, but we donate a substantial portion of our income on every home sale to Must Ministries. So it's easy to refer your friends and neighbors, associates, or family members over. Here's what you do. So that's kind of how it works. That's the script. And again, I know that we're going to get into working here over the next 30 minutes or so on converting leads to appointments. But the offers that you have at your disposal for the prospects that you are getting, they may extend beyond just that one offer that, is on the universal callback script for the right person. So if you're good at communicating with your prospects, then this offer may be one, or similar to it anyway, may be one you might be able to leverage. So I wanted just to bring that up on the start of today's call. So great job to those of you that have a good referral offer that you're making in addition to trying to close your business, new business on face-to-face appointments. So now, hey, look, with that, I absolutely expect every outside salesperson that when you go on an appointment for the very first time, you're meeting the prospect for the very first time, and you convert that prospect to a signed buyer agreement or a signed listing agreement. Before you walk out of their house or before they get up and leave your office, right after getting that agreement signed, you make this offer. Okay, it just is what you do. Now, to better help you with that so you don't forget, there's a form you can use. If I go back to the coaching site here, and let me see if you guys can see my screen. So let me go to, bear with me one second, I'm going to go to Firefox here and see if I can get, there it is. I'm going to go to Firefox because for whatever reason, you guys can't see my screen on using Windows Media. Let me throw that up on the screen here and let me get logged in. Yeah, I don't know why Windows Media, whatever the Windows Explorer, why that doesn't show up on your screen. I can see it on mine, but it doesn't show up, and it's weird. It's like it's invisible. Some sort of weird settings. But anyway, if you go to Library, click on File Library, that's going to take you into the File Library. And then down the categories, down the left-hand side of your screen, down toward the bottom part of these category links, there's one down here that says Platinum Referral Systems. Click on that, and this form right here, ID 1371, Client Referral Form. Okay, every outside sales agent, inside sales agent, you should know that when you go on the appointments and you get the agreement signed, this is the very next thing that you do while you're on the appointment, is you use this referral form so you don't forget. This generates extra business for everyone. Okay, if you don't make that offer, then you're missing a golden opportunity here. So it's just part of what you do. You leverage the current business that you are getting to get more. Okay, so everybody's aware of that now. We looked at the referral offer, so we're going to move on to the next thing that we're going to deal with here, and that's these IDX leads that you guys are getting. So anyway, if you have any questions about that, you can chime in. I want to role play, Randy. Okay, Randy, we'll do some role playing. Thank you. Here momentarily. Now again, if you want to role play, I need you to raise your hand using the tabs on your control panel. Even if you don't want to role play with me, do it anyway. Especially you, especially those of you that don't want to. Like, we need to do this. So we're going to have time for 3 or 4 or 5 really good role plays here on today's call. Okay? All right. Next on the agenda. Let's see. I'm going to go to my library here, so bear with me one second. I don't have it pulled up. This is my computer server, and I've got a little file folder in here that says scripts. You see that? Click, And look at all these fancy, cool scripts I got. Here's one C Inc. callback script, so I'm going to pull that up. And I want to talk about this briefly with you guys. Many of you are calling back leads from your IDX systems, Commissions Inc. and other IDX systems. Okay, we use Commissions Inc. here at Optimus Real Estate Brokers. All the team leaders do, and wildly successful for them. This is the script right here. Okay, the only thing that might change would be our introduction a little bit here. So let's talk about a new lead right here. Let me blow this up so you guys can see it a little bit better. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks a little bit better for you. Okay, so let's say the lead's name is Ronnie. Okay, hello Ronnie, and that actually is Ronnie. Hello Ronnie, this is Todd Walters with, and this is the part right here that some of you struggle with. So you can say your real estate company name, you can say the website that they're actually using, if that's something that they might be familiar with is the website, and they would probably be familiar with your website if they've been using it for a while. If they just stumbled across it, maybe they're not, but you can see that I referenced the website here. Anyway, okay, so identify who I am. I personally don't have a problem with that, ever. You know, identifying who I am and who I'm with and that sort of thing. And let me tell you one. You, me, and everybody that you're calling, okay? So you and me and everyone you're talking to or trying to talk to all have the same sensitivity to being sold to. We don't like to be sold to. So here's how it works. When you pick up the phone and you call a prospect, especially for the first time, that's not expecting your call. Okay, you listening? Okay. Especially for prospects that are not expecting your call. The first thing that you do is you answer this question. Okay, who are you and why are you bothering me? You may want to write that down. Who are you and why are you bothering me? And what's going to make this very successful is if you're bothering them because they contacted you and wanted something from you. Right? If you tell them that you're bothering them because they contacted you and wanted something from you, they're not going to put you off or hang up the phone on you for the most part. They're not going to be put off with it being a sales call. Okay, so if you look at these opens to your IDX leads. Hello, Ronnie. This is Todd Walters with Optimus Real Estate Brokers, and the reason I'm calling is that I received your request to search homes for free using our website at searchhousesinatlanta.net, and as a courtesy, I'm just letting you know that we've given you full access to search away. Is that okay? That's it. So the idea here is to disarm people by leveraging the laws of the universe, i.e. reciprocity. Okay? They ask for something and you've given it to them. And as a courtesy, you're letting them know you've done that. That's it. That's all you need to do. And then you're off to the races with your script. Okay, let's look down at the older leads down here a little bit, below that. And we're going to talk about the universal callback script here in a minute as it applies to these IDX leads. Okay, right now we're just talking about what happens when we call them and they answer the phone, the first few words out of our mouth. Okay, so older leads or following back up with leads that I may have talked to before, it's a similar deal. Hey Ronnie, this is Todd Walters with Optimus Real Estate Brokers, and the reason I'm calling is that I received your request to search homes for free using our website at searchhousesinatlanta.net not too awful long ago. And I wanted to follow up and see if you guys have bought a home yet. Okay? You can change this little part around right here if you need to. Okay? Hey Ronnie, this is Todd Walters with Optimus Real Estate Brokers, and the reason I'm calling is that not too awful long ago, I received your request to search for homes using our website at searchhousesinatlanta.net. And I wanted to follow up and see if you guys have bought a home yet. Okay, so we have new leads, and we have older leads, or leads that we've talked to before that we're following up with. Okay, that's it. That's how this works. And that's pretty much all you need to do. Who are you, and why are you bothering me? Who are you, and why are you bothering me? If your approach is like a real estate, I'm an agent, and I'm calling to try to sell you something, if that's the sense that they get, then it's just going to be really difficult to have conversations with them. Now, let's pause a minute and let's talk about inflection and approach. So write that down on your notepad. Using inflection in my approach. Inflection and approach. Okay, how many of you are Zig Ziglar fans? Okay, well, I'm a huge Zig fan. Okay, and as a matter of fact, check this out. I just got a signed daily devotional written by Zig Ziglar and Ike Reichard. I just got one in the mail signed by Ike. As a matter of fact, Ike, who was really good friends with Zig, and they wrote a couple of books together. Ike was Zig's mentor on his Sunday school preparation, lessons for Sunday school they would do. He would consult with Ike on those. Well, Ike, Dr. Dwight Ike Reichard, I've known him since I was 14, 15 years old. He married my wife and I, and we're really good friends. He's a national figure. Ike has agreed to speak at an event that I'm holding here in Metro Atlanta for the titanium guys. So we got some of the, about 20 of our titanium members flying in here for a small group mastermind. And I've got Ike helping us with some things, especially in building a cult-like culture in your business. Cult might not be the right word, but so I'm real happy to have this guy. That's my connection to Zig Ziglar. But anyway, but Zig was really clear on using inflection. So many of the problems that you have is not necessarily the words that you're using when you approach your prospects, whether it's for the first time or with follow-up, but it's in how you say the words. It's inflection. So what makes Craig Proctor really good at converting leads over the phone to appointments, what makes me really good at converting leads over the phone to appointment, you guys have the same words that we use. You have them in writing, okay? But the real secret in it is inflection. It's how you say the words. How you say words, and you guys know this just from your interaction with your family around your house, right? How you say things is just as important as what you say, okay? So please understand that. And you want to get really, really, really good at this whole side of scripting and dialogue over the telephone. Very important for you to get good at this if you're calling back leads to book appointments. So whether you have a strong accent or whether you have no accent at all, whether you're struggle with the English language or you have full command of the English or French language or Spanish language, whatever's appropriate for your prospects, it doesn't matter. Inflection of the words has a big impact on the results that you're going to get. You're either disarming the person that you're talking to or you're arming them with resistance. So we want to break down the resistance. So the rules are rules of engagement on your approaches, whether you're calling them for the first time or following up, is number one, who are you and why are you bothering them? Okay? And you leverage the law, the universal law of reciprocity, because they ask for something from us, we're going to let them know that we've given it to them as a courtesy. And it's going to disarm them a little bit. And what makes it optimally more effective here, this conversation and getting it going, is how I say these words. And I think I've done a pretty good job here when I'm just reading my script. Number one, it doesn't sound like I'm reading it. And secondly, I use inflection. So let's try it again. Okay? Hey, Roni. Hey, this is Todd Walters with Optimus Real Estate Brokers. And the reason I'm calling is that I received your request to search homes for free using our website at searchhousesinAtlanta.net. And as a courtesy, I'm just calling to let you know that you've got full access to search away. Is that okay? See, that's a pretty simple way of reading it, and it's just me reading the script. But if you close your eyes, it doesn't sound like I'm reading it. number one. And number two, I used inflection. It's basically matter of fact. I'm not calling to sell you anything. You get that sense from me calling you. You really get the sense that, hey, as a courtesy, I'm just letting you know that you got full access to search away. Is that okay? And they're going to say, yeah. They're a little bit taken back. That's going to be their next response. And then we're going to move into a few questions on the callback script here that we're going to take a look at here in a moment. Hey, Ronnie, this is Todd Walters with Optimus Real Estate Brokers, and the reason I'm calling is I received your request not too awful long ago to search for homes using our website there at searchhousingatlanta.net. And I wanted to follow back up and just see if you guys have bought a home yet. So that's it. So many of you, when I get your recorded calls, you're on the phone for like 30 minutes with these people talking about their dog and their backstory, and you weigh in on your backstory and your dogs, and I'm like, holy crap! I get that you probably sense that's a great way to relationship build, and I don't think we can say that it's not, but when the phone is hung up, okay, your prospect doesn't go on to spend the rest of their day thinking about you. This is where you mistake. You're thinking about your prospect because you're typing the notes in the computer, you're scheduling follow-up calls, and you're sending them stuff, and you're thinking about them, right? That's what you do. But your prospect hangs up the phone and goes back to work. They go back to their business. They go back to cleaning their house. They go back to solving their problems. They go back to writing checks for bills. They move on. So to think that they're thinking about you, it's a mistake. So no matter how great you think your relationship building is over the phone, it's not. It's over the telephone. You're talking to someone you haven't seen. You got to close using the script on getting a face-to-face appointment. This ain't about relationship building, okay? Over the telephone. You build relationships by seeing people face-to-face, hanging out with them, exploring common interests, talking over the telephone. I'm just telling you, you guys need to get more energy into closing on these questions. Those of you that are inside sales agents and outside sales agents. So let's move on now that we've got our opening here for these IDX leads. Let's move on and take a look at some of the follow-up questions that can be asked, okay? So I'm going to bring up the coaching site here. I'm just going to throw up the callback script that everybody has access to. Let's see here, follow-up script. Let me put the pause on that right there. I'll throw this up on the screen. I think everybody can see it without me downloading it. Okay. So we used our introduction because of the IDX. You can see that it's very, very similar to this intro. But see, there's nothing we popped in the mail or anything like that. We've given them access based on their request, right? So just wanted to see the differences distinguished here. Okay, but here's what's interesting, is I know that you're getting leads on your IDX system, and we'll use Commissions Inc. as an example, because that's what most of you use. I know you're getting leads from that, and they say that, yeah, I'm planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months. I'm 6 months or longer, 1 year or longer, 0 to 3 months. They're all saying this, right? And but when you talk to them on the phone, about a third of the time, maybe a little bit more, it's not this timeline. It's not the timeline that they indicated. It's sooner or longer, right? Okay, so Craig and I believe, based on our experience of talking to more prospects than you guys have ever talked to at this point in your career, we believe that the first thing out of your mouth when you move into your script is to establish motivation and timing regardless of what they said. Okay, and you can see it right here. Hey, are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Let me say it again. Hey, are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? That's it. Now, here's what you do. Okay, pay very close attention to what I'm getting ready to tell you. Okay, please listen to this really close. When you ask the question, are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? You are going to get 3 answers and 3 answers only. There's only 3 possibilities. Yes, no, or I don't know. It's one of those three initially. Your job is to get them into the yes or the no category. Okay, so let's be really clear on this. They're going to give you one of three answers, yes, no, or I don't know. And then your job is to put them into one of two categories, which is yes and no. For every prospect that you move into the yes category of planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, you better damn well be closing on appointments. Okay, you better get those people into an appointment. If you're getting people that say yes to making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, people that say I don't know that later become a yes into that category, you better be getting appointments for 1 out of every 3 people you're talking to that don't have an agent. That's your goalpost. Let me repeat, 1 out of every 3 that are yes to making a move within the next 6 months should be an appointment. So here's how you do this, okay? When you're making your calls every day, that's what you're keeping up with. How many you talk to, how many said yes to making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, okay, or we can say under 6 months. How many said yes, and how many said no? All right? The people that are not sure, we want to push them to commit to yes or no. And you do that with a couple of follow-up questions. But you want to gauge that, because if you look at your list, and at the end of the day, you guys talk to 10 people, and out of these 10 people you talk to, 5 of them said yes to making a move in under 6 months, to considering making a move in under 6 months. Let's be real clear on that. Talk to 10, 5 of them said yes, and you don't have any appointments. That's not real good. You should have at least 1, probably 2 appointments. That's how you measure it. So I'm going to give you 1 out of 3. That's the goalpost for everybody you talk to that says under 6 months. You get an appointment with them, period. All right? So that's the goalpost. That's the measuring stick. That's what you're after. All right? So everybody's clear on that? All right. And then you leverage the questions necessary. Okay, hey, are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Yes. All right? And then you can re-verify information, like if they said that they've got a home that they own that they want to sell, just verify that. Okay? Were you guys planning on selling your present home before buying your next one, or did you want to go ahead and buy your next home and then worry about selling yours? And then make the appropriate offer. That's it. Like, it doesn't get more complicated than that. Okay? Because they're feeding me a lot of information through the IDX system, Commissions Inc. So I'm just re-verifying some things. Hey, are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Yep. The house that you're in now, were you guys planning on selling it before buying your next home, or are you going to go and buy your next home and then sell that one? Do you have an agent to help you when the time is right? So would you guys be interested in a free market evaluation to determine what your home will sell for? Also, I can give you some tips on what to do and what not to do to sell your home for the most amount of money when you get ready to sell the thing. And we can go over all the various closing costs you'll have so you know how much you have in your pocket at the closing table. Again, this is free. There's no obligation to list or sell your home. Does that sound helpful? That's it. Like, that's what you're doing with buyers who have a house to sell that say they really would prefer to sell their present home before buying their next one. You get to that offer. Okay? So that's how these scripts are used. You don't ask all of these questions unless you need to. Okay? It's just not appropriate. All right? We have all of these questions here if you need them. So you got to use your spidey sense a little bit here and know how to use the callback script. And Craig and I are very clear on this. Okay? Can you go wrong by asking all these questions? And the answer is yeah, but sometimes no. Okay, but the idea is to get to the offer as soon as possible. All right, so let's put it all together, all right? Hey, Ronnie, this is Todd Walters with Optimus Real Estate Brokers, and the reason I'm calling is I received your request to search for homes for free using our website at searchhouseingatlanta.net, and as a courtesy, I'm just giving you a call to let you know that you got full access to search away. Is that okay? Fantastic. Are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Yeah? The house that you're in now, were you guys planning on selling it before buying your next home? Or did you want to go ahead and buy your next home before you get rid of yours? Yeah? Well, do you have an agent to help you when the time is right? So what about a free market evaluation to determine what your home would sell for? Does that sound interesting? I can give you some tips on what to do, more importantly, what not to do to get the most amount of money for your home when you get ready to sell it, and go over all the costs you'll have, so you might have left in your pocket at the closing table. That's a free service. You're not obligated to list or sell your home. Does that sound helpful? That's it. Like, you move through these calls that way. Now, are there curveballs and there are other things that people throw out there and all that stuff? Yeah, of course. But your job is to keep things on the script here. Stay on mission. Okay? Hey, are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? No. Okay, well, if the answer is no, a definitive no, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to let the system continue to follow up with them. Okay? I.e., they're getting the listings from the website. But they definitively said no, they're not planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months. So I get to jump to a couple of other things. Are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? No. When you do make a move, do you have an agent to help you? No. Okay. Hey, would you be interested in getting our monthly newsletter to keep you in touch with what's happening in the marketplace? It's free. Yes. Fantastic. Can I get your address? Now, let's pause right there and let's talk about that. For longer-term prospects, when I'm making this offer, I am either going to have their address or their email address. I, most of the time, won't have both. Let me repeat. Most of the time, I won't have both their email and their address. So whatever piece of information I'm missing, I am going to, and you're going to, get it. You're going to leverage the newsletter offer to get the missing piece of information, i.e. email or address. If you have their address and you don't have their email, then you would say, okay, can I get your email address after you make this offer? Okay? If you have their email address but don't have their address, then you make the offer. Would you like to receive my free monthly newsletter to keep you in touch with what's going on in the marketplace? Yeah. Okay, can I get your address? Everybody understand that? So now, I'm leveraging the newsletter offer, and you must do this, to get the missing piece of information that you don't have. If you have their information, just re-verify it. Okay? And then, before hanging up the phone, say, okay, thanks, Ronnie. Hey, look, hey, when's a good time for me to follow back up with you to see how things are going? Why don't you call me back in December? Okay. So I hang up the phone, I schedule a call in half the time that they say. And then I make a decision on if we should send them any other additional information other than what they're getting. And that's between you and your team leader on how you follow up with prospects. We talk about that extensively on follow-up. Okay, so we're not going to get into that today. I want to get into some role playing. All right. So anyway, but that's it. That's how this works. All right, so now let's talk about the buyer close on these IDX leads. Now look, it's no big secret that the prospect is already getting access to homes that are on the market for sale. But do not assume that the buyer knows that they're getting access to all the homes for sale. Never make that assumption. So in order to get face-to-face appointments with buyers, you just want to offer them something better than they're already getting. So the offer is kind of like this. Hey, would you be interested in getting information, pictures, and descriptions on all the homes that match your home buying criteria instead of just the ones from real estate companies? For example, bank foreclosures, company-owned properties, distressed sales, builder closeouts, for sale by owners. Would you like to also receive information on those homes as well? And the answer is almost always going to be, well, yeah. You say, okay, fantastic. Again, those properties are off market. They don't exist, so manually those have to be gathered. So when can we get together for about 20 minutes or so I can take down exactly what you're looking for to get you set up to receive just those homes? All right? And then here come the objections. All right? If there's any at all, you'll get them here. Everybody will say yes to the offer. The issue will be the face-to-face appointment. So you'll deal with those objections. Well, I can just tell you I'm looking forward to the phone. Okay? Or my wife, I don't know, I'm really busy. Let me get back to you. All those things. And you guys should know how to effectively deal with those objections. Direct you to a resource here. That'll be helpful for that. So let me go back to the coaching site. And let's go to library, file library. So library, file library, Platinum OSA workshop. Down here it is. See that category link down here? Down the left-hand side here, Platinum OSA workshop. Click on that. And see here, ID 592. Everybody see that? Can't miss that one. The responses to every buyer and seller objection ever. Yeah, that's a pretty good resource there. You probably want to have that. All right, so you can deal with their objections. No matter what it is. Craig and I have heard them over and over again hundreds of times. So there's the answers in that little book there. Okay, so for example, well, why do we have to get together? Can I just tell you what I'm looking for over the phone? The answer is, well, you could, but rather than, you tell me some general things that you're interested in and me taking that down and haphazardly plug it into a system, if we get together for about 20 minutes, I've got this special form that has over 100 individual features to search by. So what happens is you're the one doing the search, okay, versus me. And you're going to be less likely to miss out on the home that you want, the perfect house. So that's why it's better for you if we just get together for a few minutes there to take down your exact home buying criteria, get that set up so you're getting the homes that you want. You're just less likely to miss out on the perfect homes. Does that make sense? Okay. Hey, you can even see if I'm even the kind of person you want sending you anything. All right. So in other words, inflection, disarming, risk reversal, all that kinds of things, they all come into play here on closing for face-to-face appointments when you get objections. All right. And trust me, you got to get really good at dealing with those objections. Like, well, you know what, Todd, I'm really busy. Let me check with my wife and I'll get back to you. Have you ever heard that one? No? I'm the only one that hears these kinds of things? So you got to be excellent at handling that objection. Well, you know what? I perfectly understand. I've heard other people say the same thing, and but this system here, this is perfect for busy couples. Right. So instead of you scouring the internet, reading through papers, driving around, looking at properties that may or may not be available or match what you're looking for, initially we spend a few minutes together taking down your exact home buying criteria and getting this all set up so that you're only getting the properties that match what you're looking for when they become available. So you're going to be able to beat out the other buyers to the best homes, and less likely to miss out on the perfect home. So why don't we do this? Why don't we tentatively say Saturday morning at 10 o'clock? And then if that doesn't work into your wife's schedule, you can let me know. But again, look, I'm not trying to sell you anything. This is a real simple deal, but you'll see it'll save you a huge amount of time, and you will find the home that you really, really want to buy versus missing out on somebody else buying. I promise you that. Is that okay? Okay, so those responses and more to the objections that you hear are in that little manual right there on the coaching site. All right, so you're going to want to access that. All right, so let's go back to the callback script that I had up there. Pull that back up. Follow-up script, where'd it go? Here we go. And I'll just enlarge that a little bit. Now let me go to our hands raised tab. Figure out how to do that. And let's see here. All right, I've got a couple of you guys that want to do a little role playing. I'm just trying to find you. Here we go. We got Janice and there seems to be somebody else here. Marcus. Hey, Marcus. Matthew. May. Oh, man, you guys are in for some fun. Okay, so let's, I'm trying to find the first person that raised their hand. Here we go. Okay, so I'm working this all by myself, so you guys hang on here. Okay, so we're going to go with Vinny. All right, Vinny. Now, I'm going to open up your microphone. Okay, Vinny, you ready? Hey, Vinny, you there? Vinny. Vinny, I'm going to mute you.
Hello?
Hey, Vinny.
Hi.
Hey, I see you had your hand raised.
Yeah, I'm sorry. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Good, thank you. Yeah, so, yeah, I would like to role play for a seller.
Okay. So, first of all, who is this?
I'm sorry?
Who is this?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are we doing the seller now?
Yeah, but who is this? Who are you?
This is Leeway. I'm from Veni.
Yeah, okay, because I knew it wasn't Vinny. It says Vinny
I know.
in the ID, and that's why I was asking. I just wanted to get your name. I'm sorry. You're on
Yeah.
Rudy. Yeah, you work with Rudy and Vinny.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, and what was your name again?
Oh, it's Leeway.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so give me an idea of the kinds of leads that you're calling right now that may be giving you the most problems in converting them to face-to-face appointments.
Yeah, for seller leads, like those leads who requested an information from us a few months ago, and just like following it up with them if they're still buying or still looking for houses. So I'm kind of getting a hard time like introducing myself, or like how for them to remember who I am, or like remember if they requested that information from us. They don't remember us
Okay,
at all.
all right, so let's stop. All right, so I don't think that matters for the most part in terms of them remembering you, but there is an approach that you can take, so everybody should pay close attention to this. We'll role play it out. But your introduction when you call these people back again is pretty simple. You just call them back and say, hi, this is Lee with Rudy and Vinny's team, and the reason I'm calling is we had talked about real estate not too awful long ago, and I'm just following back up to see if you guys have bought a home yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we had talked not too awful long ago about real estate, and I'm just following back up to see if you guys have bought a home yet. We had talked not too awful long ago about real estate, and I'm just following back up to see if you guys had sold your home yet.
Okay.
Okay, based on your previous conversation, you're trying to find an angle, right, in approaching this person. So that's it. And then you move right into the script again. Hey, I'm just following up to see if you guys have bought a home yet. I'm just following up to see if you guys had sold your home yet.
Okay.
Right, and then you move into the script. Well, if they say no, okay, well, you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you just start the script again. If it's an older lead, that's the best approach to take.
Sure, yeah, I'm just having trouble with the older leads, really.
Okay, so, all right, so let me hear you say what I just said.
Okay, sure. Hi, Todd. This is Leeway, and we have talked about real estate not too long ago, and I'm just following back to see if you have sold your home yet.
Okay. Or if it's a buyer, based on your notes, you say, just following back up to see if you guys have bought a home yet.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's pretty simple, eh?
Yes, appreciate it. Yep, this is very helpful.
Yep, it will be, and that'll be the magic trick for you there. If you'll words mean things, and that's what these calls are about: using the right words at the right time in the right way to get more leads converted to appointments. So, great job, Lee Wei. Tell Vinny and Rudy I'll see them in a few weeks here in Atlanta.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much for your help, Todd.
Yes,
Talk
ma'am.
to you soon.
All right, thank you. All right, so I'm going to move to the next member. All right, so let's see. I've got find somebody with their hand raised is actually paying attention. So bear with me one second. Okay, I got May Woodburn. All right, so May, if it's okay with you, I'm going to open up your microphone right now. You there, May?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, very good.
All right, so what you got going here?
Well, I'm not sure whether I want to do a buyer or a seller.
Well, which
I'm
ones?
not sure,
Which ones?
I'm not sure I even want to do this.
Yeah, but which ones do you think you typically have the most issues with?
I would say that I'm being introduced to a lot of people that are that 3 to 6 months out, and they may be looking for online home evaluation.
Okay, let's do that. You ready?
So, yeah, now, just a question.
Hmm?
If you're going to tell me 3 to 6 months, am I going to try to set up an appointment if you're really 3 to 6 months out, or will I continue with the questions, which is what I do?
Yeah,
to see
here's
if I
the
can-
rule. Right, here's the rule. If somebody says you're trying to sift and sort your prospects into two categories, under 6 months and longer than 6 months. That's just the time frame that Craig and I have used. So, and my expectations are if you were on my team, and for every yes that was under 6 months, I'm expecting an appointment with. I'll give you 1 out of 3. That's what I'm looking for.
So you'll meet with them regardless if it's 6 months away, and you'll do your CMA.
Yeah. See, under 6 months could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Right? So are you planning on making a move within the next 3 to 6 months?
Okay, so then you'd be a seller that's going to be...
Right. See, here's the deal. If I'm talking to people that are planning on moving in the next month or two, they're probably not we've probably already talked. They've already called me. They're already involved with some agent. Most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So for the people that I'm following back up with that may not be expecting my call, that's the optimum expectation. Next 3 to 6 months.
So as we move forward here, I'm calling you fresh. I haven't spoke to you before.
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Go ahead. Ring, ring, hello.
Ring, ring.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, is Todd Walters there, please?
This is he.
Hi, Todd. It's May Woodburn calling from iPro Realty. The
All right,
reason
hang on,
I'm
let me stop
calling...
you. Let me stop you. Just use Todd. If you know their first name, just use it.
Didn't I?
No, you said Todd Walters.
Okay.
Yeah, just use one. Just use my first name if you get it.
Okay, so hi, Todd. It's May Woodburn calling from iPro Realty. And the reason I'm calling is because we received your request for area home values, an online home evaluation. We'll be preparing and sending it over in an email to you. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. Are you folks looking to make your move in the next 3 to 6 months?
We're not really sure. We've just been talking about it.
Okay, and if you were to move, would you be staying in your local area? Or are you considering other communities?
Well, we're not really sure yet. We're just looking around.
Just beginning the process?
Well, we're just kind of looking around.
I understand. Are you working with a realtor at all when the time is right?
I don't know. My wife's talked to a few people, but I haven't spoken to anybody.
Not certain on that. And would you prefer to buy before you list your property for your home for sale, or would you sell first?
Well, we'd probably sell our home before we bought something.
All right, and you're not quite sure when that'll be?
All right, so let me stop you.
Yeah, because you're not giving me anything.
Well, you're asking me questions that I can easily give you brush-off answers to.
I'm following the script.
Well, You are, but you're not.
Okay.
Okay, because the question, you made a statement. For example, are you planning on staying in the area or moving away? Is different than you're planning on staying in the area. You know what I'm saying? If you were to make a move, when do you think that might be? Is different than so you're not sure when you're going to move.
Oh, okay.
So again, the words mean things. How you say them and the way you say them will absolutely take on different meanings. So that's why my encouragement is just get a little more dialed into the script. So for example, call me by either my first or my last name if you know it. Now the reason that we have Mr. Smith or Miss Smith, for example, on our callback script is because my first name is James. My middle name is Todd. I go by Todd. But when people call me and they say, "Hey James," then I already know it's some telemarketer call. So, but if they said Mr. Walters, then I don't know. That sounds like maybe a bill collector or something a little more formal. So just remember that all those things come into play, and those are mistakes that can derail the script. All right, the next thing. Are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Okay, the question is either yes or no or I don't know. And in my case with you, it was I don't know. So now your job is to turn the I don't know into a yes or no. All right? And that's done with just some follow-up questions. All right? But before that, you mentioned online home evaluation. We're going to be doing this for you. We're going to. And then we'll send that to you, which means you haven't done anything. Okay, so now you do not have the leverage of reciprocity because you haven't done anything for me. But you expect me to give you all of my time right now. So that's why you always want to approach your prospect. Now everybody, I'm talking to you, May, but this is for everybody listening to this call, every single member, listen really close. You approach every prospect from a position of fulfillment. Okay, period. You have to. If you don't, you lose the leverage of fulfillment that it gives you. So for example, hey May, the reason I'm calling is I received your request for a home evaluation. And just wanted to let you know that we sent that over there to you. Is that okay? That's it.
And I would go ahead and do that even if we hadn't sent it over as yet?
Yeah. Like, well, here's how it worked in Craig and I's office. We're making the calls, but somebody else is doing the home evaluation. Mm-hmm. So, we technically assume that it's been done and it's on its way. Technically. So we make all the calls from that technical position. It's just how the system worked, right? Now, whether they received it or not, we don't know. We don't have that conversation with them. Have you gotten it? Oh, you should be getting it. When are you going to get it? We don't even have that. We just say, hey, the reason I'm calling is I received your request for a home evaluation, and I just wanted to let you know that we've sent that on over there to you. Is that okay? That's it.
Okay.
Okay, very important, because when you don't start there, then you really raise the risk level of not being able to connect with the prospect at all. So that's huge leverage. I want to make sure everybody gets that. All right, and then the script is just more pointed. So are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Okay, I don't know. All right, well, the house, again, they own a home. They wanted a home evaluation, so we're working from the seller side. Okay, well, if you were to move, would you be staying in the area or moving out of the area? And you replace the word area with communities. Are you planning on looking in the community you're in now or other communities? That's different between local and not local. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay, so in the area and out of the area, that's a relocation. And that's a big deal. And if I know the details of that answer, then I have planned my move. So let's make sure everybody understands that. The reason we've got that question in here for wishy-washy people, if you were to move, would you be staying in the area or moving out of the area? Because if I know the answer to that question, trust me, we have talked about this, my wife and I, we've planned our move. It is planned and we're working on it. We are moving toward that. So even though I may have said, I don't know, to your first initial question, I'm saying that because I don't know who you are. I don't know if I want to give you more information. I'm only talking to you because you fulfilled my request. Okay? And I may be in the middle of something else, distracted or whatever. So that's why you ask these follow-up questions. But it's important that you use the words that are on the piece of paper here. If you were to move, okay, would you be staying in the area or moving out of the area? And that's very important to say it like that. Okay? All right, next. And when do you think that might be? All right, so once I say that, oh, we're planning on staying in the area, well, it's obvious I've planned my move and talked about it. Okay, so when do you think that might be? Probably about 6 months or so. Do you have a realtor to help you when the time is right? Okay. And then, boom, I'm into my offer. Okay, now, we were focused on a home evaluation person. But if you look at the script here, we're offering this free market evaluation to determine what your home will sell for. So that's a little weird. You agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah. So what's your offer?
You want me to go ahead? Well, the offer is going to be the same. Are you there?
Well, if we look at this offer, you'll see that it goes on into a little more detail. Hey, would you like Would you like a free market evaluation to determine more accurately what your home will sell?
Right.
So you can throw in the words more accurately.
Right.
Right. And then you've got
But I
tips.
see where I took notes.
Right.
I took notes on the role play before, and that's where I came up with that community, different communities. I think I'm much better to just stick right with this script and, yeah, use common sense when I'm speaking to somebody that's getting an online home evaluation, that I'm going to say a more pinpoint or a more accurate.
Yeah, well, look, the script that we're looking at here, it's not that we just, threw it together. It's not that we didn't use the word communities in other cities.
No.
And those kinds of things when we were doing this. What we're looking at on paper here is the culmination of a lot of failure. So that's why my encouragement is just use the words on this page.
Right.
Now, your job is to get me into the – so when I said – when we come back and said, and when do you think that might be? And my response was, I don't know, 6 months or so. Okay? Well, that's a pretty specific answer. Specific answers demand a specific offer. Okay? So if somebody's specific and it's 6 months or so, I'm going to interpret that to mean less, because the specificity on it is indicating to me that they have a plan. So I would go ahead and make my offer for an appointment now.
Okay.
All right. So these are just things that you garner and learn from with experience. But until you, and I say you, but it goes for everybody listening, until you're really using and following the script as it is written, only then can we deal with failures that you might be having. So the first thing is we got to get better at the script, and then we can deal with the issues as a result of that. So yeah, that would be my encouragement for you.
Okay, thanks.
Number one, so let's just recap. Number one, approach everyone from a position of fulfillment. Okay, we received your request for X, and we've sent that over there to you. Is that okay? Number one. Okay. If it's the IDX person, we received your request to search for homes on our website at searchatlantahomes.net. And as a courtesy, I'm just letting you know that we've given you full access to search away. Is that okay? All right, so it's fulfillment. Are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Yes, no, or I don't know. For the yeses, we get to the offer as quickly as possible. For the no's, we get to the offer as quickly as possible, which is the monthly follow-up, the newsletter. For the I don't knows, we got to get them into one category or the other, and you use that by the follow-up questions. 2, 3, 4, 5 on these follow-up questions. That's it. So I think that probably helps everyone. So May, good job. I know you guys are off and running there. You got a lot of leads to follow up with, so I'm going to let you go and do that, and we're going to take another hand raised here. So who's ready? Who's active? Okay, I see some hands raised here, but it doesn't appear that you're actually paying attention. So I'm going to skip over you. And bear with me. I'm having to scroll down here through my list of a lot of people on today's call. Appreciate that. That's fantastic. And we're not going to get to everybody, but I'm going to get to most of you. Okay, now I'm going to talk to Alex. Okay, so Alex, I'm going to open up your microphone. Okay, Alex, are you there?
I'm here. Can you
Hey,
hear me?
buddy. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm better than good.
All right, that sounds awesome.
All right, so tell me about your issues here, buddy. So you're calling back leads. Which ones are giving you some issues, and what's happening there?
I've been having a really hard time setting appointments for seller leads. So what we basically do is we send out, or with a request for information, we send it out to them, and then we call them, much just like the script that we have.
Okay, what kind of seller leads? Where are they coming from? What's the source?
Editorial ads. It's like they request for information, we send it over to them.
All right, great. All right, so I'll be the seller. I'll be the seller prospect. Give me one of your most recent ads that you ran, just for reference.
Okay, let me take a look at that. The costly home seller mistakes.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, I'm the prospect you're calling me, so ring, ring, hello.
Hi, is Todd there?
Yeah, this is he.
Hi, Todd. My name is Alex, and I'm with the Wilson Group Real Estate. And the reason I'm calling is because I received requests for information.
Hang on. What did you say your name was?
Oh, my name is
Alex.
Alex. And
Alex, hang
Wilson
on.
Real Estate
Honey, I'm on the phone right now. I'm on the phone with somebody. Hang on. I'll be right. Okay, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Okay. Oh, yeah. So my name is Alex again, and I'm with the Wilson Group Real Estate. I just received a request for information for the costly home seller mistakes, and I just popped it in the mail to you. Is that okay?
Well, I don't know. What was it now? The what?
It's for the costly home seller mistakes information that you requested.
Okay. Maybe my wife asked for it. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, it's all right. Well, were you folks planning on making the move in the next 3 to 6 months, though?
Yeah, you've absolutely been talking about that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's wonderful. Let's say if you were to move, would you be staying in the area or moving out of the area?
Okay, let me stop you. Why are you asking me that question?
Oh, well, I would like to know if they would also be a possible buyer.
Yeah, but that's not what you asked me. First of all, you said, are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? And my answer was yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so now you don't want to ask questions just because they're on this script. Number two, put a circle around number 2, and then put a circle around number 3. Those 2 questions you ask if the answer that you're getting is, I don't know. The wishy-washy people.
Mm-hmm.
So only ask those questions then. And the reason you're asking those questions is to get them to definitively say yes or no to making a move in the next 3 to 6 months. But when somebody says, yeah, I'm planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, dude, you want to get to the offer a little more faster. Okay?
Okay.
All right?
So how about the realtor?
So flipping it around, it would go like this. Hey, Alex, are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Mm-hmm. And your answer?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a realtor to help you when the time is right?
I don't, but I have someone in mind.
Okay. Well, would you like a free market evaluation to determine what your home would sell for? Also, I can give you some tips on what to do and what not to do to sell your home for the most amount of money. And we can go over all the various closing costs that you guys will have. Well, so you'll know how much you have left in your pocket at closing. Now, that's free of charge. You're not obligated to anything. Does it sound helpful? So you just get to the offer. So you just get to the offer much faster.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, and you can see I skipped over number 5. Would you prefer to buy before listing your home, or do you want to sell first? And that's because you called on a seller ad. You're planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months. I'm just moving directly to the offer just based on my sense.
Okay.
So the idea here is only to ask questions when they're relevant and you need to know the answers. Okay, but
Gotcha.
the facts are you have a seller prospect. They say yes to making a move in the next 3 to 6 months. Get to the offer. Right?
Okay.
If they don't have it, if they don't definitively say, I got an agent, get to the offer.
Okay.
Right?
Got
So
it.
that's, are you want to do it again?
Yeah, sure.
Now,
Yeah,
I tried throwing a
I'd love
wrench in there, because I pretended like my wife was screaming at me or the kids were hollering or something in the background, right? That happens, right?
Right, right.
Oh,
It
yeah, that
does.
happens, man. You never know what's going to get thrown at you. So, anyway, let's try it one more time. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so ring, ring, hello.
Hi, is Todd there?
This is he.
Hi, Todd. My name is Alex, and I'm with the Wilson Group Real Estate. I'm calling because I received requests for the information that you wanted for the costly home seller mistakes, and I popped it in the mail to you. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, wonderful. So are you folks planning on making the move in the next 3 to 6 months?
Yep, we are.
Okay. Do you have a realtor to help you with that when the time is right?
No, sir.
Would you like a free market evaluation to determine what your home would sell for?
Okay, very good.
Also, we can...
All right, that's good. So you get to the offer and you're good. All right, fantastic.
Okay.
That's it. Now, I know they don't all go that easy, but
Right.
you can make them easier by having a sense of when to get to the offer. And you want to get there as quickly as possible. So my guess is if you're having some issues on these editorial ads, Alex, it may be that you're getting in the way of your own self by asking questions that maybe you already have answers to. So for example, are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Yes. So if you were to move, would you be staying in the area or moving out of the area? We're probably going to move away. And when do you think that might be? Okay, well, like I've already told you, the next 3 to 6 months. Like, I would just repeat that answer. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm getting at here is that these questions, number 2 and 3 especially, are for prospects that are, I don't know, that are wishy-washy. Okay? So as long as you remember that, I think you'll be a little bit better. Now, the other thing is on your introduction. Hey, Todd, this is Alex with, the Wilson Group, and the reason I'm calling is I received your request for, and you say the information you wanted, and you referenced costly home seller mistakes, just throw in the word report.
Okay.
Okay. I received your request for the free report, costly home seller mistakes, and just wanted to let you know we put that in the mail to you. Is that okay? All right, so just throw that in there a little bit. It's a little more definitive, and I think that extra word means, I may recollect that a little bit more because the ad that they're looking at references report 3 times. But it only mentions costly home seller mistakes twice. Once in the headline and once in the report title.
All right. I'll change my introduction then. Thank you.
Yeah, it's good, man. Great job there, buddy. I appreciate that. And you guys doing fantastic there with Mr. Sam and the crowd. You guys go get him. Looking forward to seeing Sam here too in a few weeks. So tell him I said hello and looking forward to that. All right, I got time for one more, so I'm going to open up this microphone for Coretta DeLeon. See, I'm from the South, so I'm a little bit small. Coretta, so open up your microphone. Coretta, you there? Hello, Coretta. Coretta. Going once, going twice. Coretta, I just muted your microphone, so sorry about that. I know some of you guys have had your hand raised for a while, and you may have moved on to some other things. I understand that. So let me run back through my list here. Here we go, JC, out in San Diego. So JC, hopefully you're still around there. I'm going to open up your mic. You there, JC?
Todd?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, buddy. How are things out there on the West Coast?
Heh. It's nice. Sunny
Yeah.
and warm as usual.
I'm going to be there next weekend.
You are?
Yep, going to be right there in Southern California, staying at the Cypress Marriott or something like that in Cypress, right down the street from Anaheim, playing in the softball tournament Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Los Alamitos High School.
For one of your daughters, I guess, right?
Yep. My oldest got a little tournament there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. The top 14 teams in the country from the national tournament last year get together every June and play in an invitational. So we're fortunate enough to be one of those teams, so we all get together and play each other early in the season, and then we see each other again in the big national tournament when we're trying to win it. So it's a lot of fun. Yep. Anyway, so we're looking forward to being out there, man, and guess I'll have to bring a little jacket there this time of year, huh?
Well, I don't think you'll need a jacket.
I don't know, man. Last year we were there. It was freaking cold, dude. We were playing at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and shit, I needed a pullover.
Huh. Well,
It was like in the 60s.
Yeah, it happens. Sometimes we get the June gloom.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not complaining, dude. It was like this past Sunday was, I think the humidity here, it was 88 degrees with like 80% humidity. It was miserable this past Saturday in Atlanta. But anyway, enough about the weather. How things going in your business there? What are we working on?
Yeah, I was just going to do another role play if it's all right. The call has kind of evolved into that anyways. And
all right.
I've been working with Commissions Inc. leads like you referenced. So I figured I'd give it a go.
Okay, sounds good, buddy. So you're calling me, so ring, ring, hello.
Hi, Todd.
Yep.
Hey, Todd, this is JC calling from Surfside Homes. The reason for my call is because I received your request to search homes for free using our company website. And as a courtesy, I want to let you know that you've got full access to search away. Is that all right?
Yeah, thanks.
So are you thinking of making a move in the next 3 to 6 months here?
Yes, we are, absolutely.
All right. And you currently rent your place, or do you own your home?
We're renting right now.
All right. So no home to sell first. That's good. And you're planning on staying in that Point Loma area that you're looking at on our site right now? Is that the case?
Yeah, we'd prefer to buy around here, yeah.
Well, do you have a realtor chosen to help you out with this search?
No.
Well, if you like, I could email you daily updates of homes that would match your specific criteria. It would be from all the real estate companies, not just ours, and it would also include bank properties, short sales, other distressed sales. It would come to you real time, and you wouldn't have to go and log on to search. We would set it up so that you get notified automatically. Does that sound like it'd be an easier way to go about doing this?
Well, I'm already getting a bunch of emails from all kinds of real estate agents already sent to me. So I think I'm good.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what other folks might be sending you, but like I said, we have a comprehensive list. We'll track vacant homes. We'll find canceled properties or expired properties that might represent really good deals for someone looking in this area. It's free. We don't charge anything for this service. Does that sound like it'd be helpful to you or a better way of going about it?
Okay, well, you're on the right track there. You're definitely on the right track with that kind of objection. But you can just be more specific. First of all, expired listing is something that you and I know what it is, but the public doesn't, okay, unless they've been one time or two. So that's just a label. So you would really want to follow up probably saying something like this. Well, I'm not really sure what you're getting from other real estate agents, but our list includes bank foreclosures, company-owned properties, builder closeouts, distress sales, for sale by owners, and even previously listed properties that the owners have pulled them off the market, but they still want to sell.
Got it.
So
Explain what that is.
So with this list, you're just going to be less likely to miss out on the perfect home since it includes all properties for sale. Does that sound helpful?
Yeah, yes, it does.
Okay, so yeah, you just be more specific with what it is they're going to be getting. It's okay, you know, with the general offer, like you mentioned in the beginning, from all real estate companies, including this and including that. That's okay. But if you need to follow up with more specificity, then get very specific and beneficial.
So would you reiterate, if I already kind of included the bank foreclosures,
Yep.
the company properties in the initial offer? And
Absolutely. I would absolutely, because my response, well, I'm already getting a bunch of stuff from other real estate agents.
Okay.
Okay, so now you back up and you get more specific and you reiterate on the specificity followed with the benefit. You're just going to be less likely to miss out on the perfect home since you're getting information on all the homes as they become available.
Yeah, that benefit part is big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how you deal with that. So you just, Craig and I call it sweetening the offer. Yep. Now I'm going to also in the beginning you did okay, but you said your company website. Go ahead and reference the website because that's what I'm on. That's what I'm seeing.
Okay.
I don't know who JC is, and that sort of. I don't know who your real estate company is, and I don't know your company website. So you have to assume I don't know those things. So be specific on what it is. Like, hey, this is JC with whatever homes, and the reason I'm calling is I received a request to search homes using our website at searchsandiegohomes.com. And as a courtesy, just letting you know that you've got full access to search away. Is that okay? And so a little more specificity there, I think, would be good.
So the only reason I had said our company website is because our URL is kind of lengthy, but you think it matters, or just say it anyways?
What is the URL?
I'm not real happy with it. It's searchallsandiegohomelistings.com.
I think you got to say it anyway.
Yeah. Okay. I will.
SearchallsandiegoListings.com.
Home listings. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's okay.
All right.
Search all San Diego home listings. That's like 5 words, dude. That's not a big deal.
Okay.
Give or take a syllable or two. And then when you get into the meat of your script here, and this is for everybody that's on the call, everyone, try not to interject, with things like, oh, so you don't have a home to sell. That's good. That just sounds like a sales guy. So, that didn't even relate to me at all. I just wouldn't do that. I'd just stick to the script, dude.
Got it.
Use the words on the screen. That's why I keep leaving them up there. The only exception was, like I said, is 3 and 4 here and 2 and 3 here. These are questions that get asked if you don't know the answers. They're wishy-washy to making a move in the next 3 to 6 months. Then we have to leverage a few more questions to try to get them to be specific one way or the other. So we'll know whether to make an offer right now and which offer to make, either buy first or sell first or future business, getting our monthly newsletter. Anyway, great job there, JC. Appreciate it, my man. You're doing a fantastic job out there. And I'm looking forward to visiting the Southern California area. I'm going to be right there close to Huntington Beach, Anaheim, so not too far from San Diego, as crow flies. But anyway, look, hopefully that you guys got something today, and here's how this works. You should be role-playing with the other members on your team and your team leader. Okay, everybody should be role-playing once a week the conversations that you're having over the phone. And I started out today's call by giving you ideas on how to measure your success. Okay, you're looking for answers of yes or no or I don't know. Okay, the I don't knows, you want to move them into the yes or no category to the question of, are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? It's either yes or no. If it's I don't know, it can be one or the other, yes or no, if you'll follow up and ask these follow-up questions here. That's what they're here for. So I told you to put a circle around those. Okay, 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 over here, on this side. All right. Okay, and then get to the offer. Close for face-to-face appointments. If they're coming from your IBX system, offer them something better than they're getting right now. Hey, would you like to get information, emails, pictures, and descriptions of all the homes that match your home buying criteria, not just from other real estate companies, or not just from the real estate companies, but from banks, builder closeouts, company-owned homes, even from owners, for sale by owners, and owners that were previously on the market with an agent but aren't now, but still want to sell. Does that sound helpful? Look, you're just going to be you're going to be less likely to miss out on the perfect home if you're getting access to all of them. That's it. And then close for the face-to-face appointment Okay, dealing with the objections, and they gave you guys where all the objections are so you can download that. So this is a good call today. Hopefully you got some good stuff out. You made some good notes here, and you're going to be off to the races on closing more deals. So these calls every month, the second Tuesday of every month, everybody should be on here, whoever calls and responsible for converting leads to appointments. And it's, even though we talk about the same thing every month, you find that we have a way of drilling down and dealing with those specifics that you're working on right now. Okay? So, but that's your measuring stick. For every 3 people that say yes to making a move in the next 3 to 6 months without an agent, there should be an appointment set. Okay? Under 6 months, get an appointment, 1 out of 3, and you can stick around on our team. All right? If you're not there, then yeah, you got some role-playing issues. Could be the words, could be inflection, could be your deviation from the script or twisting it just enough to where it throws everything off. Follow the script, you're good. All right, so with that, it's going to wrap up our call. Let's go sell some houses, and we'll look forward to talking to you guys real soon now. Take care.